We
Hello.
can't forget about what we're doing. We don't know what happens in the end. But I do know one thing. We keep on learning. Come on, Liz.
And loving.
Learning and loving with you.
With you. I do love that. I love that sometimes when I go outside, like when my mom gets home from the week, I can hear that playing from her Jeep.
Oh, I love that.
I'm like, I know where she got that CD from.
I mean, you know what is also cute is I do catch like Confident Chris and like people, you know, the major streamers. Just kidding. You know, just the major regulars. I do catch them here and there. I'll be watching their stream and all of a sudden Chris will be like, you know, doing something. He'll be like, learning and love. And I'm like, he's singing my song. Like I could hear him humming my song. And it's
it's cute. Everybody. It's in their head. It like, you just want more. Like, and I can't wait to hear so much more. Like my intro is amazing. And it fits so well with everything.
Yeah, how you did it, Liz. I'm like, oh wow. Like your intros and your outros with like Dream Love, and I'm like, oh my God, this sounds so good.
My mod actually did it, and the only thing I asked is
I was like,
put Laura in there.
I love that. Like literally, I was like, okay, because the first time these little videos I ever did, I did with Apostate Alex months ago when I just started doing the live streaming, right? So he helped me do these little quick edits, but I haven't done, it's not something that I can't do. It's just, hello, does Laura FM have the time? No. So at the time, it was just somebody who was able to help me. And now I'm like, I have all these other cool ideas and new footage and new things that I want to put in. So now I'm just like focused more on like, okay, I don't need to rely on people for things. I just need to have my ideas together so that when I need help, somebody can see my ideas and know exactly what I'm doing. And that way it's not like, you know, people need to be, you know, spending their time doing something that I do or don't want and they don't know. I just go, this is what I want. And the people who can do it, I love you, man. You guys just do it. I just love that.
Right.
I love not having to fucking rely on anybody.
I love that. So because Dr. Heather made mine, all I did was, I'm like, you know me. Dr.
Who Heather, right?
Yes, Dr. Who Heather. And I was like, you know me, put something together and just, and throw it in, you know, because she kept offering to make one. And I was like, that's beyond my scope. The few that I've tried to make have not turned out so pretty. But you know, she's like, oh, I'll do it. And then all of a sudden she made this work of art. And now I'm just like, everybody.
But can I tell you, when you say that, I feel like I can't hear myself. Is it just me? Can everybody hear me fine?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Maybe the volume is really low in my ears or something. I don't know. Dr. Who Heather. I knew it. You say Dr. Heather. Sorry, guys. I got to apply lipstick. My mother told me I look beautiful with lipstick. And she used to always wear lipstick. Now I know why.
Mm-hmm.
See? Doesn't it just charm it up a bit?
It does. And again, the red that you got from Texas, that looked phenomenal. Like that was just whoosh.
Oh, yes. I do have that in my bag in case I need to sharpen it up here and there. Question, is that the top for the pants of Olivia Juice? Yes, Nico. So yes, yesterday I wore for Father's Day the bottom because it was way too hot. But this, can you imagine me wearing this outside yesterday during California heat weather? No. But look at how epic this is, guys. And also she said something like I could wear, like she made it so that apparently I could wear these jewels or something like over my ears. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. It's supposed to, I think, be like this, like like Jasmine and Aladdin.
That looks, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you know, I think, okay, I can't wear it, but you can rock that. That looks
And I did my nails today. Self-care. Thank you, Erica, who always constantly reminds me. You know, Erica's Super Pup, our auntie. That's what I call her, you know.
Okay.
I call her our auntie. Are you okay with
You call
this?
her auntie?
Yeah.
That's
Auntie Erica Super Pup.
I can see that because she was the first person to help me smile about
I didn't know. Apparently Super Pup had been given me, you know, always being in my chats, but I didn't notice her love and her care until I was watching your channel a lot. And I was like, God, this like Super Pup chick really cares for Liz. And I just thought that was so cute. And then I realized, oh, she's been caring for me as well. She just doesn't have this must of like, put my name, display. Yeah. I'm the one helping you all the time. You know, like, yeah. So yeah,
like she doesn't want to be like, oh, look at me, I'm making the biggest effort. It's literally she's that aunt that's like
secretly be there. She wants to secretly surprise.
Christmas present.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like I get it now. Yeah.
Okay.
She's like, don't let anybody know. Here it is.
Don't be jealous. Okay. Don't be jealous.
Okay.
Okay. Let me show you what I just got in the mail today from Super Pup. Hold on.
Okay.
It's like a picnic wine basket.
That is the cutest thing I've ever seen. It's like ready. If I drank, it'd be great.
But so look, all it is just the bottle of wine. Everything else is a magical thing too. Like it's all snacks. It's all just yummy if I want to be by myself picnicking, or if I want to have,
you go to the ocean by yourself, you can
literally was thinking by the beach. Yeah, I was thinking by the beach. I would just go like, nope, I got my little, but this is part of my beach trip.
Okay.
Like this is now part of the next time I go to the beach, whether it's alone or with somebody, I will have this little box to enjoy on my trip for that moment at the beach. Thank you, Super Pup. But she totally surprised me with this. What the freaking F?
Because you need it.
But Liz, remember care packages? Remember how we had to beg just to get care packages from our own parents?
Yeah.
And we were way too excited when we finally did get one, even if it was just licorice and a fucking Tiger Milk bar.
Or the candy cigarettes and a comic book.
And you would save the comic book thing from the bubble gum, the bubble Joe. What is it? The Bubblicious Joe.
Yeah, the Bubblicious Joe.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyways, Erica, Auntie Erica, me and Liz freaking love you freaking dearly, deeply, dearly. And you are part of our family, period. Isn't that just so cute? Like there's so many little, the hearts. There's so many little snacks in here. There's like crackers, cheese, olive oil, little biscuits of flaky pastries, chocolate. Oh, this is great.
Yeah, see, Super Pup, kindness costs nothing, but means everything. It's that's when it's like, be kind.
Yeah.
Like we had
okay, wait, what were you saying about you like the hoodie thing? You couldn't rock it, but you look like Egyptian. This. It looks cool, huh? And then I think also she was saying, Olive Juice was saying something like I could wear these if I wanted, like on my, I don't know. It's cool. I'll have to.
You may have to mess around with it.
Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. Good. I'm glad you like this. Isn't this awesome? Thank you, Olive. Like, it's so cool. I just feel so cool, like wearing something that somebody made. It's just amazing. Okay. Thank you, Erica. You're freaking amazing aunt to me and Liz and to whoever else. I'm sure it's not just
I'm sure there's a lot of other people because she's got so much love to go around.
Yeah, she does. Oh my goodness. Okay, good. How cute is that? And my lighting and everything, even though I can't get my light on, but apparently it's not too bad.
No, you look great. Mine looks like my atmosphere looks a little dark compared to yours.
Yeah.
Like maybe I need another light.
No, you need a light. You see when I get closer, it lights up the computer auto. So you need a light, but you need a light, maybe one small light in front of you. That's it. Actually, no, I think you look kind of cool in your little bubble. It's like your own little bubble there.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is my little
rainbow.
White
I'm
little
surrounded
bubble.
by rainbow.
Yeah, you're good. No, it's golden. It's a golden nugget. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a golden nugget. What does the gold color mean or represent? Krista, if you have been watching anything of SPTV, you would know that the goldenrod color, thank you, Summer Savage, with your sweethearts, is what you happen when you get declared SP, which is basically excommunicated or kicked out of Scientology or the Sea Org. They print the declaration that you've got dismissed or declared on this color paper, the more of the color that Liz is wearing. And it's called goldenrod, like this. See, boom.
Mm-hmm.
And that goldenrod color is very obvious. It's like a bright yellow. So when you get a basket and all your mail, all the staff members' mail comes in one area, and in that area
you each have your own little slot.
Yeah, you have your own little slots. It's not a fucking joke, guys. It's literally North Korea. We control every move, every communication coming in. And oh, there's my alarm to remind me that I was going on at 7, but we're not. We're on right now.
We're not. We're already there.
We're already ahead of time. Look at me, once in my life. But so what was I saying? Oh, so they would have these little, they called them comm baskets, communication baskets, and they would stick this bright goldenrod whenever there was an ethics, justice, anything happening that was an ethics matter or anything like that. They would put this bright paper so everybody knew, it's something bad because it's a goldenrod. And so now we're representing goldenrod.
Yeah, because I saw a few of the Goldens in my time, and I'm sure other people have seen a few Goldens.
It was it was either a court of ethics.
It makes you nervous.
You're like, was I a part of? Are these one of my friends? You're like, are these one of my friends? Am I a part of this? Is my name gonna come up in this?
Like, oh God, did I witness it and not report it? Like, oh God. And then once the trial or whatever was over, you were like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're like, okay, good. Oh, my friend's so cool for not calling me out.
Like, it was bad. It was bad.
Okay, so Liz, I wanted to talk. Me and you could talk about everything for so long. So I just wanted our audience to kind of hear. Let's answer questions that people have for both of us. Look at me. My 420 blowing out my stream as I'm going.
We live in a 420 friendly. It's called California Sober.
Correct. And it's also called Lara FM and Liz World. So get used to it. So, oh my God, it's so good to see everybody in the chat, by the way. Selfless, Eric, Pearl Snappy, you freaking amazing baby, Spicy Mama, One Love, Lexi Evans, Montreal Squirrel Girl, DOA's Megaphone as usual, Arizona Traveler, Mad You, Sin JT. Seriously, I see you all here. I love you guys all. Thank you guys for being here. Dang, we already got some cuteness. Okay. I mean, did we all need this or what? Right, Selfless? Did we not? Liz, we need this.
We need some cheerful.
SPTV chit chat. Exactly. We need cheerful, but we also need real shit. We need also like, I would like to talk to you. I have a few questions for you myself, Liz. And I love, because me and Liz are straight up to each other. We're straight up. Like, we're like, it's, I feel this. Oh, you feel, oh my God, I totally disagree with you. And we're excited that we disagree because we want to know where that line meets for us.
Yeah. So where I can learn the different places. Otherwise, I will never learn if I don't disagree with someone to meet them in the middle. Or
if you actually disagree, you're like, oh my God, I actually disagree with this.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and then finding out the why.
Yeah, and being like, oh my God, that makes more sense. Like that goes, oh, that I'm so glad my gut instinct triggered me and told me, hey, I disagree with this, and allowed me to have the conversation like your dogs are having right now.
Right? I'm like, for real, Smokey.
They're so cute, aren't they? Probably. Can you pick one up and just show it to the camera? Is that allowed or no? Tell one of them
no,
to just get their no, because they're gonna go wild.
They're all gonna charge in.
Okay,
and then
okay.
It's gonna
Don't.
be,
I was like, don't interrupt.
Okay. I will tell you, straight up and honest, when you started talking about, you know, there's two things I want to talk to you about, because you made me have a realization listening to you talk about your dad.
Okay. Oh, I really was talking to you at one point. I don't know if that's...
Yeah, I was still there.
Okay.
But it made me realize that, you know, I've had fleeting moments with my dad that were amazing, but never got like a Father's Day ever. Because, you know, I mean, he was at Gold, and because he was at Gold, that meant that he had to be on, you know, in good conditions to get certain days off. And I never got a Father's Day. And it wasn't until I was listening, God damn it, I even begged myself not to cry. I was listening to you, and I was like, I've never even had a Father's Day. Like, I remember like random moments with my dad.
No, that's such a good point. I don't remember a day that I like had a Father's Day with my dad. Mm-hmm. It was like a little bit. And like I said, we would draw cards. We would make, you know, the adults would be like, we wouldn't know as children, but as cadets or young Sea Org members, we didn't understand the concept of knowing today is Father's Day. Of course you would know this. It's every June on, like, no, we didn't have that. We didn't know when Easter was unless the adults told us.
Yeah. Every day felt like another day. You couldn't tell what month it was, like, until someone said, hey, what are you getting for Christmas? Oh, Christmas? Like, no, I couldn't have told you what day of the month it was when we were at Pac Base.
It just wasn't even a reason. There was no reason. There was no reason, because our time and our schedule, every single second of the day is accounted for. And if it's not accounted for by ourselves, it's accounted for by security and the MAAs and your senior. Where are you? Why weren't you on study? You know, the supervisor told they're, you know, so it's constant. Not only is one person, not only is security watching you 24/7, that's how it is. Not only are the physical cameras all around, inside and outside, not just outside, but inside. They have millions of cameras across all organizations inside of these hotels, inside of the organizations. They have cameras watching their own staff members, Liz. Remember we talked about this. They only have cameras. The only place they don't really have cameras is like directly inside of a bathroom.
Correct.
But they would
pointing at the bathroom. Yes,
absolutely. Yes, exactly. Coming out of the elevator, anything like that. Pointing at the bathroom.
There we go.
We got security on you there. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, it was, they were everywhere.
So Father's Day, we were like, oh, it's Father's Day. And the only time, you know, you sort of, for me personally, once I joined the Clearwater Sea Organization, like once I joined the outside world, so to speak, Father's Day wasn't a thing. Like I forgot about all that. Because who was there to remind me? We were so focused on post. We were so focused on our jobs.
Here was the weird part. I lost track of, so when we were kids, you couldn't have, the only day that we knew of the week was Sunday and Thursday. Other than that, it's like we knew which days, how many days until you had to turn your stats in, how many days until, you know, that countdown for 2. But at the same time, I couldn't have told you what day of the year it was.
Totally. And also, I'm sorry, but am I the only one? Like, The only way that I swear on fucking everything, the only way that I knew whether it was Thanksgiving or Christmas or the 4th of July literally was only two things. One, from leaving the ranch would be when I would go to Clearwater and they would have our buffet, the CB, they called it the galley, where everybody would eat, the dining hall. They would just have like 4th of July flags, the American flags, or all the flags, like.
But don't forget about the little like
the what?
The ones that look like diamonds, but they were still a flag, but they were the pull-out ones.
Yep, so that you knew, like, yep, like, oh look, guys, something's going on in the world. It must be 4th of July. But yeah, and then or like Thanksgiving, they would have turkey, right? Like not dumb or whatever. Yeah, dumb things, because to us, I didn't understand as a child being raised by Scientology parents, the reasoning and the whole holiday-ish thing behind Christmas or Thanksgiving or even Halloween. I didn't understand the history behind why these holidays were ever created, good or bad.
I knew Christmas. I knew Christmas.
You did? You knew about Jesus and the Lord. You knew about
none of that crap.
You didn't know.
I knew we were getting presents on Christmas.
Well, okay, but
I did not know you got dressed up for Halloween until all of a sudden one year people were like, "Oh, you get dressed up and you can hand out candy." Never did it dawn on me that nobody.
But can we not all agree that the United States and almost every other country also does celebrate Christmas because of its religious beliefs behind it? It is not for them opening presents. For children, it is, yes. But it's interesting to me that our concept of what Christmas and holidays were the things that were joyful for a child that we never had, like getting gifts or seeing Santa Claus. Like, yes, but our concept wasn't going, "Oh, thank you, Jesus, and I'm eating our bread and our juice." No, like it had nothing. So Scientology,
I got some candy.
In fact, right, for Halloween or whatever, that would be the thing. Getting Halloween costumes, we can finally be out of valence.
Right? We can dress up like my mom used to.
We're allowed
me up as a princess like 3 times.
Oh my goodness.
Like I hated it. But we always went to really good areas, like nowhere near the org. And you would get all this candy. And then it was like a negotiation with our friends to, how much did you get? Oh, how much did you get? Oh, did you want to trade? Yeah. And then it became like almost like a bartering system. Like
that actually, that happened. I talk about this in some of my earlier streams when I first started this SPTV YouTube streamy thing. But I talk about the fact that like me and Lauren Holland or Christina Webster or Vanessa or Gayla Gualteri, all of these kids, and it did happen to me, more of the younger women, the younger the younger girl. That's so crazy that I can't say young girl.
Right.
Even now, it's because it was so like, no, that's so inappropriate. You're not supposed to be a girl. You're not a low little child. You're a supreme being
in a little body.
But we would get packages from our parents sometimes once a week, if that, and sadly they would send us packages if they didn't make the bus run or the van run to see us on that 2-hour Sunday morning. So they would send us packages almost probably in their own guilt. Like, "Oh, honey, I love you so much. Here's some licorice Tiger Milk bars and a few pair of Tuesday underwear." Did you get
My dad would always offer to go get me a toy.
That is so fucking, what about like who from your younger ages, Liz, how did you pay for underwear and stuff? Like who got that for you?
Well, technically my Nana got it for me or my mom.
And would send it like through the Sea Org or whatever?
Yeah.
And then the security guards would check the mail and be like, "Oh, it's just they're out of, they're I don't want to say this word because it's horrible, but WOG, right?" They would say, "Oh, they're just that." And and then they would say, so even if it smelled like perfume or something, they would almost be like, oh, it's fine. Yeah, they're no threat because they don't even know what's going on in our planet of Scientology, right?
She would just
check the mail, and if there was something negative in any way, even if there was a bar of soap that was really dogs. Hey, dogs, can you guys chill out? Thank you.
Bear, stop.
No, they heard me, Liz. They heard me. Did you hear them? They stopped right when I said it. Bear and Storm, knock it off. Okay, so fuck, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, so security always would check the mail. It didn't matter who it came from. It didn't even matter if it was from me, literally 15 minutes away at the Inn Ranch.
Yep.
Writing a letter to my mother and dad, my mother and father, that was 15 minutes away at Gold Base. Guess what? By the time my mom and dad would receive that letter that I was almost forced to write from an adult that was saying, don't send your mom interbulating information. Tell her you're doing good and what you had wins on this week. And, and tell them happy Father's Day. Oh, it's Father's Day.
Yeah, and we'd hear the word father. I know I would hear the word Father's Day, and I was like,
right. Yeah. Like, oh my God, I get to say, thank you, Dad, so much for giving me this body. Do you remember saying that too?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even like, thank you for being my dad. You've shown me so much love, all this. It was, thank you so much, Dad, for giving me this body. Like, thank you for letting me choose this family.
Yep.
It was still like our...
Or it would be like, Dad, I completed a course, and he would
do I get a award? Do I get a treat?
Do I get a fucking hug?
Yeah. Aren't you so proud of me? Yeah.
Yeah. Where I would be so excited of, completing something. And then all of a sudden it would be like, bitch, I don't even know how to read. I don't know how I fucking completed these, except for the fact that clay models were super easy.
Right. And clay demos, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Comment, Laura and Liz, you can get your pic taken with your doggies with Santa at a PetSmart or other pet shops at your vet. My dog's vet did that at Christmas. That's fun. We should do that, Liz.
I'm down. We'll take all 6 of them, and then we're gonna sit there and pray.
Yes, that would be great. I'm here for this class action lawsuit on the FBI. Okay, yes, aren't we all, huh? We're fucking waiting in line, FBI. Wake up. So
yeah.
the class action lawsuits, all these, and any angle, I think that's the best thing. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff, Liz, if you have the energy. You tell me when you're getting drained out.
Let's do this.
So I want to talk about like 5 main things. Tunnels and being kids here at the Blue Buildings in LA and all that, right? And then I want to talk about our fathers. I want to talk about the absence and how we feel on Father's Day and the aftermath of that and why you were demanding that I need to get ice cream, etc. I want to talk about how the simple things like the absence of the father and the parents have such an effect on our actual relationships that have nothing to do with our parents, right? So our physical relationships with animals, our relationships with our girlfriends and boyfriends or whatever, right? And our relationships with work and things like that. Like how at any of these times, these are at least 3 or 4. I could go on.
Well, I can answer one of them because it's popping in my head really big.
Okay, yeah. Go.
So why did I want you to go get ice cream? Because there was a part of me that really wanted to go get ice cream.
Yep.
And because we didn't have a dad, I knew you were feeling why couldn't someone go to ice cream? Why couldn't someone go to fucking Thrifties with me? It was 25 cents for a scoop of ice cream. Why couldn't my dad go to Thrifties with me?
But I have a question for you. I'm going to interrupt while you're telling me this.
Okay.
Obviously, we know ice cream was a deprivation. It was obviously not given to us all the time, which is why we liked it. But ice cream is a good memory for you. What do you think that actual deep memory is? Because ice cream could have been a bad memory for you. It could have been for other people when you went to get ice cream when you were actually getting assaulted. So like,
oh,
no. So I'm saying for us, there is a deep thing for me that I really enjoy. And it had to do with my dad and me getting ice cream on Father's Day. And it was his choice. He wanted to get us ice cream on Father's Day. And I remember hearing you had a little talk about that in one of your episodes on your channel. And I remembered that. I remembered going, oh my God, that's why. It wasn't that I remember. It was kind of like, oh yeah, I remember this one time, me and my dad. And my dad would say, get whatever you want. I would fill up my freaking ice cream cone with the biggest cookies and cream. And I was like, I can't believe my dad's approving this. Like I have a
right.
I have
the
approval.
Statue. Yeah, the 75 cents free statue.
Yeah, Tasty Freeze or whatever, wherever we were. Yeah, like mint chip. I was like, are you sure? Am I allowed to have this?
Am I gonna have to do the purif after this? I just need to know, asking for a friend.
Am I gonna get in trouble? Exactly. Am I gonna get in trouble from Ann Weber or Yolanda Avila or Barbara Tompkins? They're gonna be like, too much sugar shock. We're gonna write a knowledge report on your father. I'm like, no, I don't want that. So yeah, ice cream was very fucking, it was deprived from us, and ice cream is so pleasurable, especially the fact that you can get it in any flavor. Today you can get pretzels and
I
salt
literally thought
and random
up until
shit.
10 that there was 3 flavors: chocolate, vanilla, and coffee.
Yes. That's
Those
true.
were the 3 flavors that I thought for some reason, even though Thrifties had like a whole bunch, I couldn't read.
Oh, so, okay. So, that's because you were in LA. You were down here in the LA area where when I was your age, I was at the ranch, and all of our cakes and ice creams, I'm not kidding. Are y'all listening to this loud and clear in the back? All of our cake and ice creams were made by Panuccio at the Gold Base in the bakery in the galley. We were not allowed to order a cake from an outside cake or bakery. There's no such thing as that. All of the kids' cakes were made and delivered on the van run that was made by the chef or the baker, Panuccio, or whoever was at Gold Base. Okay. So even our birthdays, I'm telling you guys right now, no child in the Sea Org, even if they had a birthday, had a real fucking birthday. We were even told who we were allowed to give the cake to and who we were not. Who was allowed to have a sugar-free cake and not. Because I had to have a sugar-free cake because it just seemed like every time I had sugar, I would commit overts.
I would climb trees and go play with the G.I. Joes.
That's what committing overts is. I would go run up a fucking tree and talk to a crow, and I would have so much fun. I would be like, wow, this crow is literally giving birth to an egg. I was at the top of a motherfucking tree watching a bird pop out their amazing blue freaking, I thought it was a blue jay egg, but I guess other eggs are blue as well. Duck eggs are blue. Anyways, I thought it was a crow. To me, I thought it was a crow, but I don't think crows have blue eggs. So I don't know what the hell I watched then as a kid. But I watched a crow. I climbed and I was hiding from everybody. And Christina Webster was right below me in the tree. And I watched a bird pop out a freaking egg. Like, anyways, we can hear it, Liz. We can hear the snap too. So good job trying to keep your tiaras in. I just think you should pull one of them up on your lap. That's all I'm saying. At some point. I mean, if it's not so difficult.
No, I think we might be able to get away with it right now.
Okay. Oh, you guys are so awesome for being here in chat. Thank you, Mandy, for starring all these things. Now I feel completely overwhelmed. Nico, yes, Vega. Laura, will you have merch again soon? Yes, I actually, look, if you guys know what you want, I'm going to keep saying this until I have something available directly. Oh my God. Okay, hold on, Liz. if you guys want merchandise from me specifically and you know exactly what you want because you've seen it or something before, I can get it to you. It's just you need to email me directly. Let me pop up my email right now. Email me. Oh, sorry, that's the website. Email me directly. Here you go. Email me directly the item you want and the size you want and your address. I need to know to add the money for you. Otherwise, I literally have paid so much extra money shipping stuff out that I didn't include the shipping. And I barely broke even on my merch last month on sales. And a lot of people ordered stuff. And that was just because I didn't charge people too much for shipping. So that was my bad. And I don't care because I want you guys to have the merch. So this is what I'm doing right now. Just email me directly if you want the SPTV Goldenrod shirt that Liz wears or whatever, to the hoodie. If you already know what you want, just email me what you want. And then I can order bulk from my merch person. And then at least I know that I can give it out once a month. Everybody will get their once a month merch that they do order for the month. Okay. So if you know what you want, email me here directly. That's how I answer that question. Thank you, whoever gave me that question. It was a long drawn out answer, but it was, oh, here you are. Yeah. Nico, thank you. Laura, will you have merch again soon? Yes. So just email what you want because I do have the availability to get it and print it. It'll just take me a minute. Okay. Thank you. And everybody is watching right now? Are you guys watching? There's a pup on Liz's lap right now. What is this pup's name? Is this Storm or Roxy? Roxy. Roxy. Foxy, come look and see who Roxy is. Wow, Mandy. Look at Mandy. I gave Mandy full authority, my mod, Mandy. And they are amazing. And look at them just pull us in and out. I feel like I don't even have to do anything anymore. It's scary. I feel like I'm letting too much control out of my hands. This is where the mods get crazy. Oh, hello. Okay, so this is who?
So this is Roxy.
Roxy. And you have 4 or 3 of them, Liz?
3. So we have
Can you guys believe this? So you took care amazingly of Bam Bam. And then Bam Bam had to be put down because he lived his best life. That's as simple as it was. Liz literally made him not go crazy and not bite people for so long. And then he made a boo-boo and he had to go down. So he would have been killed literally way longer before Liz. So you gave him literally, you're a blessing, Liz. You gave this dog extra 10 extra years of his life. So good job on you. Okay. So now you have 3 puppies that you're fostering or you absolutely adopted?
No. So basically what happened was Carrie found, I've always wanted a Rottie.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
I think they're the cutest like dogs ever. And they're protective. And again, there's no such thing as a mean dog before someone comes at me in the comments and says, oh, they're so scary. You know, no, they're really not. It's the owner, not the dog.
Yeah.
And so she's like, it'd been a month since Bambino. And so we went to get the one puppy. And then she fell in love with 2 other puppies. So I was like, are we going home with 3 puppies? And she just went, yeah. And so we adopted 3 puppies.
I love it. I'm a random weirdo like that. You know what I need? I have Foxy. I have the 2 cats. Okay. First of all, you know what I need? I need to get my cats fixed. I can't. If I'm going to be taking down Scientology, I cannot have 2 sister cats in heat once every 2 or 3 months, literally meowing like somebody's getting RAPED'd. No, they're, oh my God. And they don't stop. It's like not just for 5 minutes. They do it for hours and hours. Like they're praying for God to give them dick.
Oh my God. Okay.
I can't. It sounds really bad. It gives me trauma. It gives me physical trauma. Like I'm shaking in my bed like, Bubs, shut up. Baby, both of you come here. And then I have to pet them so that they don't meow. It's insane. I have to get them fixed. I thought I could just not do it because I don't know. I felt bad about fixing my animal. I was like, I'll put up with it. I cannot. They need to get fixed.
Right? Okay. Why is it the first time I was told, do you know what I think I was like 11 years old, 12 years old. Someone told me that, cats have sex. I was like, cool, no big deal. I did not think of their genitalia. And then Carrie was like, yeah, it looks like a screwdriver. That's why they're screaming.
No, Carrie is, you know what? No.
It's a little,
Liz, Carrie gave you wrong information. No, a screwdriver is a different thing. I think a screwdriver is more of a whale penis or something like that. The cat's penis is insane. So it goes into the male penis goes into the female cat and once it's in there, has fucking spikes. So
yeah, that's what she was saying. Spikes. And I'm like,
what? You wouldn't. So now,
why would you go into heat? Why would you want to have sex? Like, that doesn't sound fun. That doesn't sound like something you should be like, come on, baby. Come on, come and spike me. Like it's a scene out of Aliens. And I'm like,
it's just insane because the female cat literally sticks its butt up like, yeah, I want it. And then all of a sudden it's like, the like most torturous thing. And it's like, I can't, my heart couldn't take it. I had to get up. I had to start cleaning. I had to like stop the cat. I was like, stop. You guys need to get away from the windows because there's a boy cat out there like, hey, what's up? I hear you calling. And I'm like, nobody's calling. Nothing.
Right? You're like, time out.
I'm like, my bird is having a panic attack. Knock it off. Oh my God. Anyway, so yeah, that's, I don't know how I got into that, but it's, it's little things. You know why? It's all about mothering because now I feel like a mother to these animals.
Yeah.
And so I've put up so much shit with Foxy and these cats that at a certain point when I went the other day to be with Laura, we talked about, what did that say?
Something about her penis bone.
Laura, this once I showed you my penis bone. Okay. Oh, yes. Mandy has shown me, Mandy's a wild one. Okay. Literally, figuratively and literally and metaphorically and everything. Yeah. Should we pop you up here? I think this is so Mandy likes to be very open and detailed about any subject at all, wants to really dive in. And so one time showed me an actual penis bone, a bone, like an actual bone. Mandy, do you want to describe it?
Well, yeah, because most animals have penis bones. They're called baculums.
Mandy's a teacher, guys, so I find this insane, but it's facts. These are facts, so
There's only two species that don't have penis bones: us and one type of monkey. I don't remember.
Allegedly.
I think it's the spider monkey.
Again, because.
But isn't that crazy? So, like, she showed. Okay, are you going to show me? I said that's a red fox bone, boner bone.
Yeah, that's the penis bone.
Question: do you get that stuff on eBay? Red fox boner bone.
People send
it
it
shops and oddity shops.
Oh.
Yeah, I have like a ton of different bones. Like if I showed you my living room,
I'm just making sure that you're not in the dark web or something.
Can we wait? I want the chat to know. Can we revisit that again one more time, everybody? This is a real thing. This is a bone of a penis. Can we see that again, Mandy?
Oh, okay. I mean, I have several. I also have a raccoon one. This is the red fox, but I don't have the raccoon one right at my disposal.
Okay, well, I also have one that's extremely big that I want to show everybody.
This is my vertebrae from a snake.
See, Mandy has all these bone vertebrae. You remind me of my friend Sarah Seltzer. I've had her a few times. You guys would get along so well. Oh, yeah. You guys would get along so well. Oh, my goodness. I think it would be good for both of your mental health and physical health.
Why do we always end up on the penis subject? I feel like
because we were just talking. We have a bone to pick. That's why.
You're slapping yourself with a dick. Oh
Okay. Mandy can't breathe. I'm going to remove them. Liz, excuse me. Do you have a bone to pick with us? Where's your boner?
I thought I lost a puppy. Okay. I thought I was just about to die.
Well, that's what happens when you have children. That literally, like, my animals are my children. Oh, thank you. God, I feel so much better. Liz, I feel like your boner is a little different than mine.
Mine's
like,
soft for the lesbian side.
Mine's more structured. Mine's got like stronger girth or something.
It's not about the girth. It's about the motion of the ocean.
Oh, trust me. I know, honey boo. But what I'm saying is I feel like my King Rodney here is going to stick up a lot longer, because this is, by the way, we call this one King Rodney because he is the #1 golden Rodney. He was the first one that Marilyn made. Okay. So maybe that's why he's got thick strength.
Yep.
But for real,
but mine's also
squeeze your rod. Let's go. Let's zoom in on the camera. I want people to see your, like, put yours closer to your camera. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you. So squeeze it. Is your yarn just softer? That's what it is. Yeah. Your yarn is softer. Mine is thicker. Thank you. Marilyn, you know that the original OG Rodney, that's the yarn you need to go with, because otherwise you're going to get the limp dick here and there.
This was made by Sandykins.
Oh, Sandy Perkins? Sandy Power
Sandykins. Yeah, she's the one that made me my pokey rod.
Sandy has made me a bunch of things, my gloves, outfits. I'm pretty much going to get rid of all of my clothes and only have outfits that my supporters and fans make me. Like,
there we go.
Why on earth would I be doing anything else? Why am I watched this thing, like, I watched this like trans amazing person like dyeing their hair and just talking as they were dyeing their hair, like, oh, and you're judging me? Because I'm dyeing my hair and I have a, like, whatever they were talking, and they go, but you're working. Oh, you spent your whole life working. Oh, I'm so cool because I worked all day long. Oh, that's great. You know, you end your life and what did you do? You just worked. I was like, this is amazing. Like, I don't know. I just loved it. I loved it so much. Okay, back to reality. Okay, yeah. Away from the penises and all that. What I was saying, allegedly, is that it's quite amazing to go back to being like, oh, when you care for something, when you give something nurturing or love, or you're like, oh my God, I never want that thing to be hurt.
Right.
I always go back to going like, either why didn't I get this as for myself? Or I go, oh, I remember that one time or this time when my mom loved me or she did this thing. And it took me a while to separate. Dang, it's really horrible that I only remember a few really amazing moments with my mom and dad when it's supposed to be the opposite. Like, you've had so many close moments, bad, good, boring, whatever, and only a few horrible ones.
Yeah.
Right.
But
it took me a while to realize that and to say when my mother was a bad mom or not. Like, is my dad a bad dad? Is my mom a bad mom? Well, she wasn't a bad mom fully when she was with me, but when she wasn't with me, isn't that automatically a bad mom? So it took me a while to like put all that together to be like, would I do this if I had a child now? Would I do this to myself? Would I do that to you, Liz? Would I treat you, Liz, like that? No, I fucking absolutely would not. I would kiss you. I would fucking kiss your eyebrows. I would kiss your, you know what I mean? Like, I would be like, no,
you kiss the boo-boos.
I would be literally
like
attacking. Exactly. Yeah. Why are you whining? Why are you crying? Stop. Oh, what I hated my mom would say, knock off the H&R. Knock off the bankiness. She would say that all the time. You're being banky.
Get your TRs in.
No, but the main one was your.
That's what my mom would do.
Yeah, it was confront. Get your confront up, or, you know, knock off the bankiness. Get your confront up.
Yeah, I hated that sentence for the longest time.
Okay, here's one. Sorry, I want to go back to this. Indigo Twin question. Were you both declared? What is the difference between being declared and routing out? You answer your side of that.
As far as I'm sure I'm declared now. Like, have I received a goldenrod? No. But at the same time, I wish.
Well, let me answer it a little bit on my end, because I was declared and I didn't know that until my brother told me. But we both routed out. Me and Liz both routed out of the Sea Org. We did whatever we had to do, which was insane fucking shit, just to get out physically. We still were Scientologists in our minds. Like, that's, you don't leave the Sea Org without really being a Scientologist to some degree. There's no way. So when you leave, wait, Liz, if you leave the thing, sorry, Liz, Mandy, if you leave the thing up there, it keeps me focused on answering the question, because now I'm going to go answer Selfless question in the middle of answering this. If we can go back to the word, the declared thing.
Yeah, the declared one.
So the declared thing is, so but the point is when you do get declared and you find out, it's supposed to be sort of threatening. It's supposed to feel like, oh my God, my world's over. A lot of people have unalived themselves after receiving this order. They feel like, oh my God, I can never go back. Yeah, you're shunned. The A to E stat, like whatever it is. And if you're gay or something, and that's what you're like, well, so you either are already being forced to disconnect from your family right away, right on that spot, or you're feeling really guilty that you made this whole thing happen, that you were the problem, you created this whole thing. You're the reason that your parents are separating from you. Right?
I can't tell you how many times I felt like if I behaved better, like if I didn't climb that tree, if I didn't, play with that in that area, I would get to see my dad. This is my fault, because I was out of it.
Yeah. And I would say the actual thing with being declared and not, like declared and routing out. Routing out is when you're leaving the Sea Org and you're on that routing form. It's like a checklist or a to-do list almost. And you have to go through all these things. One of the things is security check of 200 questions tailor-made. The next one is making amends for all the people that you created all this harm to while you were in the Sea Org. Like there's all this just nonsense, like that made up from the planet of Scientology. In this outside world, you'd be like, well, you could just fucking leave. You don't have to do that. But no, in this planet of Scientology, you've got a whole motherfucking amends list to do. So the difference of being declared and routing out is when you're leaving the Sea Org. You're not declared. In fact, most people who leave or route out, they're still mentally in Scientology. They just want to quickly do their amends, pay their freeloader bill, do whatever they have to do to get back in good standings of being a Scientologist, because they're not welcome to come back until they do that. Being declared is when you have been kicked out or you've spoken out, obviously, where you don't care if you're going to get excommunicated, but when you get kicked out or expelled from Scientology.
Or injured.
Or injured deeply, or doing something that made you, or saying, fuck you, you guys are insane. Like anything, it's not just you it's not like them kicking you out. It's also you leaving, being like, fuck you, I'm done with you. Oh, you're suppressive. So they'll just declare you. So that's what that is. Okay, moving on. I hope that I answered that.
Here's a question for you. I have to ask this question before I forget it. I was talking to Mandy, and so I was trying to explain to her one of the other reasons that gets you unqualified from the Sea Org was if you were now or have been related. What was it? Now or have been related to someone working in the FBI, the post office, like any of those things, disqualified.
Or a spy, they also ask you, are you a spy? Are you are you or any of your are you connected to anybody that has ever worked for the government, the FBI? They literally break it down. The CIA, the KIG, the freaking Russian, like they go down. Like, imagine children being born and raised in this, don't even fucking understand the concept.
I didn't even know some of the words.
I was just like, you're saying JK LMNOP. I have no idea what you're saying, but no, because I don't even know what they mean. And so they'd be like, thank you very much. A Russian German guy would be like, thank you very much. Your needle is floating. I'm like, well, of course it is, because I fucking have no idea what you're saying. So that's a weird thing though, right, Liz? Don't you think at a point when this may be a personal thing, maybe you didn't feel this way. Let me ask you, when they told you your needle is floating, I did feel at points that I did say everything. And then, so that's what fucked with me for a while. I was like, no, the e-meter works. It took me so long to realize that my own sister was building these e-meters. But then I was like, yeah, but even if she was building them and making them, it was based on L. Ron Hubbard's, research of how he made. And then guess what? It went deeper. I was like, even if L. Ron Hubbard stole this information from some science guy, it might be true still. Like, I was like, look, the e-meter still may. So, but here's the thing. What I still, not that I would ever think the e-meter worked. What I'm wondering to some degree is, why was it at some points when I was feeling good, or I did get off a withhold or whatever, where I was feeling that my needle would float?
I didn't realize until I was joining the Sea Org that the needle floating was BS. I was scared to death of it.
That's what I mean. When did you find out it wasn't?
Because
wait, let me tell you this. You never found out the needle was bullshit, right? Until you actually left the Sea Org. Am I not correct?
No.
Why would you have done all the sec checking if you didn't? Why would you have stuck in on
I
all
thought
the
it only partially worked.
Okay.
For me, I thought it partially worked because I had kissed a girl before.
I did have that. And I also thought the LRH quote that says, if you don't apply the check, or if it's not true for you, it's not going to work. Or
I thought we were being squirreled.
I did justify that. I thought, okay, the reason why this auditing isn't working is I am truly an out ethics little wild child, and I do try to get away with these little overts. I thought, oh, I'm a squirrel because I'm getting away with some of these, like, oh, I stole a Tiger Milk bar from the canteen. That's why I'm not getting clear. That's why I'm not OT8 yet.
Right?
I'm being reasonable.
That's why I'm not getting through to you on your parents. Oh, God.
Yeah. And this is why my parents are so disappointed in me, because I can't get my goddamn ethics in by stop eating sugar. Just stop.
Stop climbing the tree.
Stop climbing the trees to the crows.
Into the garage.
Yeah. Stop driving those quads, Nikolai Allen. Stop stealing Nikolai Allen's quads or Josh Gilbert's motorcycles and learning how to drive them without starting the key. Like, what the fuck? Stop hiking 14 waterfalls. I mean, it gets deep. Okay. Stop hiking up 14 waterfalls away from the ranch, up the creek, so I can get as far away from the ranch as possible, so they actually feel feared that a child has left too far from the property. 14 waterfalls, 13. I think it was the 14 one I got to, and I was at the top of the freaking Hemet Mountains. And I was like, I'm at least 2 hours away from the ranch, walking as a 10-year-old up the creek. And I saw mountain lions. I saw coyotes. I saw eagles. I was literally out there with the wild. But what I'm saying is that there's so many points where I'm like, my parents had no idea what was going on in my head, what was going through my head. Nobody did. The only person who does, Liz, is somebody like you, somebody who actually went through similar things where they're like, I could just jump off of this roof.
Yep.
And wouldn't I be better because, look, I now know what I was doing wrong. And look, I'm such a drag. I'm such a DB. I'm gay. I'm this or whatever it is. And why don't I just end this life simply, end this body, because I'm ugly too. And why don't I just get a new life and start fresh, and I can be the best Sea Org member? Isn't that crazy that, in fact, our suicidal thoughts or tendencies literally are because of the restart to be better for Scientology? Isn't that insane? Or to get out of it completely. You're like, okay, maybe next lifetime I'll be born in Africa or somebody completely away from America so that I don't have to ever be a part of Scientology ever again.
Dude, I didn't care what kind of body they put me in as long as I wasn't part of Scientology. I did not give a fuck. So like, you want to make me a boy? Fine, I will deal with it. You want to make me...
that has to do with where you were raised, Liz, because I didn't have the idea as a child in Hemet, being raised pretty much in Hemet, you know, with my memories being raised at the Int Ranch Cadet Org all the way till I was 13. There was no like city for me. There was no outside world really. So for you to be in LA seeing it and being a child in LA doing this is a whole different freaking insane aspect. I cannot believe that you even thought, you know, oh, I could end this life and be better at doing something away from Scientology. Because I thought Scientology was the world.
No, I just didn't want to, the only reason I didn't want to be in Scientology wasn't that I didn't believe. And that's where it sounds different.
That's right.
Nobody would help me.
Mm-hmm.
Like so many people you tell, hey, I'm getting punched.
Yeah. What are you talking about? So you're saying nobody would help me. In that moment when you say that, you're talking about multiple things, right? You're talking about how you're feeling. You're talking about the longevity of physical abuse where you're being bullied, where you're being, and then you're also being judged by your own mother, your father. At any point, by the way, during this time, does your father or mother know that you have any tendencies toward women or liking something that's not a man?
Oh God, no.
Okay, so this is even so. This is what I mean. You're sitting with this. Wow. So you're sitting with this.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. So Oblinsky's brother was your boyfriend?
Sasha.
Sergio Oblinsky's brother.
Sasha Oblinsky was my boyfriend. Like Molly Housen gave us a wedding at Stan's house. So that we would grow old together. Like
that is insane.
Nutty.
That's crazy.
Like, I really
that's
thought
why
I was gonna marry him.
I mean, that's why, is it not why you're pretty close with Sergio Oblinsky?
Yeah, he was.
Because you kind of knew each other a little bit.
Yeah, we knew each other very well.
Wow. Sergio Oblinsky, if you are watching this, man, I cannot wait to see. The last time I saw him was when I was coming to the Airbnb house.
Okay.
When we were
having
the
run and jump where I got to take the picture.
I love him so much. I don't know if I scare him or if he's just shy around me. I don't know, but I love him so much. I think I like overhug him. I'm like, I just think that like he deserves more love than he even knows that he deserves. That's why I'm like, no, you need to know that you deserve even more love. Like, it's crazy. All right. These streams are so important for everyone.
I'm going to tell you something heartbreaking because it shattered my heart today.
Okay. Hold on one sec. Cheryl Autry, thank you. These streams are so important. Liz, are you listening? These streams are so important for everyone to glimpse into a childhood so far from the normal to have an understanding of how these lifestyles affect people for the rest of our fucking lives, Liz. Yep. You nailed that one, Cheryl. Thank you. Wow. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry. Say what you're going to say.
So I was talking with Serge today and he goes, you know what? I'm so grateful you remember me from when I was a kid. And I'm starting to really remember all of those details. Like, thank you for putting the pieces of my childhood together. And thank you for loving me. And I goes, of course I'm going to love you. And no, he's like, that's not what I mean. Thank you for loving, like, you know, with my one eye. Thank you for still loving me. And I'm like, I'm going to love you if you have no eyes, if you have 20 eyes, if you have 30 eyes, I'm going to love you. And he's like, thank you. And it wasn't until I was sitting there listening to the thank you. I was like, do you really believe that you don't deserve friends, buddy? He's like, sometimes.
Yeah.
And I know that feeling.
Yep. Me too. Yep. I also don't believe that here's a crazy one. Speaking of love and deep, like I really love Scott. I love Scott. There's something just from all of me and him just having many moments that the whole world does no idea that we've had, right? And it was crazy, like watching him go through everything he was going through, and also seeing how deeply Scientology will go to interrupt and dissect somebody's own mind thought process. Even somebody who's never been in Scientology, but somebody who's getting too deep into knowing how they work, they spin it back on them. So I forget where I was going with this, but like deep love, there was something about the deep love, like understanding deep love through all situations. And then going like the honest to God truth is my mom and dad never did this for me. They never loved me no matter what. They never loved me. They never said, look, no matter what you believe or do or feel right now, I'm here with you. Even if you think I'm going to be upset. They never fucking said that.
Yeah.
Even if you think I'm going to hate you, I promise you I never will. Whatever it is, I will try to understand it, even if you think I can't understand it. They never said that.
Yeah.
And how valuable that fucking would have been, huh?
Yeah.
Liz? Just that once, like, are you serious, Mom? I can fucking say what I really want to say.
What I feel?
This is why we say kids can't consent, because kids couldn't even tell their own parents in this how they felt.
I was 18 years old when I started calling my mom. Her name was Sandy.
Was that when you left?
I was in the Sea Org.
You were still in the Sea Org. And what made you? So
she asked me to call her mom.
And it's because you were 18 now, like you were an adult now, so you could call her mom.
She never told me why, but she had said, it was on a phone call to wish her a happy birthday. And I was like, well, you have a great day, Sandy. And no, she's like, can you just call me Mom? And I'm like,
was she annoyed by it, or was she being like, come on, I love you, just call me Mom?
No, there was no I love you. There was no I love you. It was just.
So, no, I'm just wondering, like, what was the intention, do you believe, from her end? Like, was she discomforted by the fact that you weren't calling her Mom? So that it'll ease up on how she treated you?
Like, did you...
Okay, this is what I'm asking. Sorry, I'm being so fucking rude right now. Too invasive. I feel like for her, I'm being rude because I think she's a fucking rude bitch right now. Why would a mother say, can you just call me Mom? No, that's earned. That is like, you don't know. I'm calling you Sandra for a reason or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, why is she invading your boundary? You're like, no, why would I? Now you're forcing me to say how I fucking actually feel. Why do I need to call you Mom? I don't want to call you Mom. You don't feel like a mom to me. I call you Sandra, and that's how we can be close. Sorry, I'm totally attacking your mom right now, but
you're not, because at the same time, that's how it felt. You know?
Maybe you guys are different now, but I'm just saying
we're working on it. We're a work in progress. We're absolutely a work in progress. She's owned a lot of stuff that has happened to me. Apologized for a lot of stuff she did.
Okay.
So.
But I don't know, Liz.
Carrie also has me, well, my therapist and Carrie have me listening to my own tone when I talk to my mom. I know that sounds weird.
No.
But not being like.
I literally did the same. Like, guys, I was stuck in the van on Father's Day yesterday for 30 minutes because I was like, oh, no, my therapist told me if my body is not ready to go protest, even when I show up to something and I think I am, don't do it.
Yeah.
Because my body is my vessel. It is my energy. And so I was like, well, I had the energy. I was like in the van, like, but I'm crying. I'm feeling all kinds of things. I'm literally going, okay, I might be wrong. I literally am saying, I might be wrong for having so much resentment and hatefulness for my mom and my dad. Okay. I might be wrong. And that to me feels like empathy. I feel like, okay, I might be wrong. Let me hear. Let me see if they're going to give something back to me that's going to fill this fucking void or whatever the fuck that I might be wrong about. Right. I can't blame my mom and dad for not giving me unconditional love if to me, I'm also not giving it to them when I'm trying to get them out of something with love, right? Quote unquote, right? So it's a big fucking blurry line for me. I'm like, it's a hard thing to balance. Like, am I allowed to be emotional? Am I allowed to be fucking screaming at these dumb fucking security guards that are in the dumb fucking Sea Org where I'm literally telling them, dude, I was in your position. Get the fuck out. I'm literally right here on the other side. And am I allowed to be screaming? Oh my God. You know what? One thing yesterday when I did the Father's Day thing, what I do remember that I don't feel bad for, that probably made people uncomfortable, was walking down knowing that they lied about the permit and walking down on Father's Day with all the veterans in their little booths of whatever they were doing, saying this is a scam. They literally won't let me see my own father. And I was yelling. I probably muted it because they were playing music and shit. But I said that and that made me feel really good. Okay,
good.
No, say what you were going to say because I do want to.
But that is one of the things that gets me a lot. It's like they didn't give us any type of love, and then here I am trying to give out as much love as I possibly can to everybody because I know what it's like to feel love now because of being outside. But my dad never showed me love where I came first. But here I am fighting to get him out because it's the right thing to do. And I would want someone to fight to get me out. But at the same time, they didn't love, he didn't love me the way that I deserve to be loved. And I'm scared that if he gets out and he's still not able to love me, am I going to be okay with pennies on a dollar, if that makes sense? Like, what if he's not able to love me? Like, what if he says
No, Liz, first of all, I feel like this is almost scientific. The reason he would leave is because he's interested in maybe getting to know you before he leaves this world, you know?
Yeah.
So you are literally his only hope for getting out, whether he likes you or not. You know what I mean? And I mean, that's real for me for your dad. My dad, at least I feel like my dad is... You know, somebody commented, how do you know your dad's still at Blue Building washing dishes? I don't think at least they know that I know he's there. And, you know, at least they have some sort of control over me protesting there at Blue specifically because of him. You know, I think they have this control. So I think they would keep him there because if I were to catch him or Confident Chris or Streets or just somebody who happens to be walking around Celebrity Center doing their thing, if they were to see my dad there, then that would make them look so bad. Like, oh, look, they're moving him away from the building he was in, you know?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying about your dad and me, and by the way, for those listening, my mom and Liz Ferris's dad, Bob Ferris, are both in the same location. They're both at Golden Air Productions. They call it the Gold Base, which they call in headquarters.
Yeah.
I feel like they can't even give that property up at this point. Even if Dave Miscavige was like, okay, get rid of all the evidence. They literally can't because the physical property and the structure alone has so much evidence of people's memories that would line up with so many people that have left. That go, nope, this is how it was. And we already have footage. So now they're almost holding the property there, maybe not as the headquarters anymore. Maybe Dave Miscavige is hiding now, possibly in the fucking tunnels that are being rebuilt. Let's talk about tunnels too. That was the fourth thing. Thank you. That was the fourth thing. So Nico or who was it that was smart and put up, here you go, Indigo. Can you add to the fourth? Redo a chat. I'll unstar this and do another one. The tunnel. I want to talk about the reconstruction of the tunnels. We should just do it now. So yeah, we're done. So Liz was around. I was around as a child. I don't remember much as a child. I just remember waiting. These are my child memories. Waiting with a parent or with an adult until my parent came off post. and I was waiting literally where they sealed up the tunnels. So I remember as a child, I know this sounds weird. I remember as a child going, I wonder what's behind that wall. Just because as a child, if you're playing with mud or anything and you see anything sealed up, you go, oh, why is that sealed? Why is there sealed cement and mud and then there's brick right here? Right?
I always wondered why they, like, what was wrong with the tunnel?
Obviously looked like there's a tunnel there. And why is it sealed up? But I didn't
We knew there was a tunnel. But
okay, I did not know that. My brain did not remember those images until Liz, you started talking about it and going, oh, and they had them patched up. And I was going, and then also going through my whole connection with DOA and like his like freaking meltdown and his sleep deprivation and like these people coming in with other intentions and not realizing how fucking insane this is if we don't protest Scientology the way we literally have to legally do it. They're going to take any outlet they can to destroy the occupancy, to destroy protesters, to arrest anybody at any degree that they can, right? So all this is going on and I'm going, wait a minute. Liz is literally reminding me of moments that I remember waiting outside of a elevator stuff, but remember going, oh, the maintenance room is there, or the maintenance, they would call it the estates area. They would say, oh, the estates area is here, but in the estates area was almost like in a boat, the lower part of the ship. Oh, you'd be in the, whatever they call that. We should know, right? We did the Welcome to the Sea Org course.
True.
The helmsman, whatever. No, it's in the bulk, in the Hulk.
Okay.
Is it the bulk?
It's bulk.
Okay, in the bulk. Okay. Anyhow,
I was like,
now we're just getting sidetracked. But all I do remember as a child, multiple things. It wasn't only that. I also remembered not being able to see my parents because there was a Hill 10, they call them, when something really bad goes wrong in the Sea Org, like a flap. They call it, like, basically when it's out PR for Scientology. It's not just an internal thing that the world has no idea about. It's actually it flapped from the inside out to the outside world. They call that a Hill 10 or a major flap. So the fact that protesters and streamers are outside at Big Blue is a major flap right now. I just want to add Mandy to the stage and represent the 425, the 425, catching them on the action. Thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, tunnels, Liz, for you.
Yeah. So how I found out about the tunnels was literally the older kids, technically. Robin Smith told me where the tunnels were and told me, oh, you can get to it from here or you can get to it from here. And literally there's you won't get caught. You can be a kid, you can play, and I was like, what? Like cool, thinking this is an area that we could all just have us time. And that's what we did. We'd go in the tunnels. We would run up the walls. We would try to stand in the doorways and try to climb them.
Yep. I remember JJ Klingler and Jordan Shimmerhorn taught me that at the well reservation at the Inn Ranch. There's like a little water reservoir and they were like, oh, look. And I was like, JJ, how did you learn to do that?
Right?
And he was like, oh, I learned it from the tunnels at PAC. And I had no idea what the fuck he was talking about. Because as a child, even at the Inn Ranch, you're not an adult. Your brain hasn't formed. You're not thinking the past and the future at all. Nope. You're just going, how do I feel now? Anyways, so there was multiple things. And then also the fact that I remember seeing there was some painting, like the Free Winds painting or something. They tried to paint a picture of the Free Winds on one of the walls and there was indents. And it took me so much time to realize, I was like, oh, why don't they just smooth out the wall so it's flat? And they like, why didn't they Like they took so much time to paint this amazing, gorgeous ship on the wall that looks like it's in water, right? As a child, I was thinking, why didn't, because we would drywall. As kids, we were doing all this labor. So I was like, what idiot didn't just drywall that so it was flat so they could finish the ship properly?
Yeah, because that's what a child should think.
Right? But then I was thinking, oh, wait a minute. I don't think they're allowed. I don't think they were permitted to cover that up fully. Like, I think that needed to eventually be some sort of emergency escape legally in the outside world. Like, I think a fire escape or something. Like, they weren't allowed to permanently plug it up. I don't know. Too many people were doing that. Behind them, the tunnels. Anyways, so here's another thing they don't want to clear up about these tunnels. Everybody's like, okay, who gives a crap DOA about the tunnels? What's the point? It's not like they're like slinging kids in the tunnels. Here's the fucking point. If they are bringing children, which they do, Liz and I both know, and the whole fucking SPTV community knows, they bring families. Okay, family means grandchildren from other countries, and they all say, hey, honey, no, we're all joining Scientology. It's amazing. Oh, my God, it's going to be great. And I'm doing this accent because I love my sweet friends that I literally was in the Sea Org with that had this accent, and they were the moms and the sons, and I dated one of the sons in the Sea Org. The dating wasn't even a thing. It was like, are you possibly getting married or not? Like, it was like immediately, like, not even, you weren't allowed to enjoy flirting. Like, it wasn't a thing. It was like, if you have interest
unless you were alone.
That's what I mean. Then it would have to be private, but security would definitely know, like, oh yeah, they're together. So like, yeah, they might be alone for a minute. But even in our brains, again, we weren't allowed to touch and heavy pet. We were only allowed to just be spiritually close. Anyways, whatever. Okay. Going back to what I was saying, with the tunnels and all this, they bring in people with a religious, this is why we need to get rid of Scientology's tax exempt status. They bring people in on an R1 visa that allows families and sons and daughters who barely speak any kind of English at all to come to America and be 100% under the whole control and care of Scientology in the Sea organization. The moment they sign that billion-year contract where they join the Sea Org and they think, oh, look, they're going to pay for my food and money and I get a little bit of an allowance, but it doesn't matter. I don't have to pay for anything else. They think they're only thinking in survival mode. They're only thinking like, look, we're out of this war, or we're out of this country, or we're out of this horrible situation we're in. And now we're in America. This is our freedom. This is a way that we can have freedom. And that gets completely controlled and manipulated. So listen, imagine. So you get the elderly parents, the mom and dads, right, that are from these other countries, Russia, Hungary, Ukraine, freaking anywhere, from any country where they need help. They're going to go, if they have, oh, here's a personality test, come do it. Oh, look, we can help your children. Why don't you come and work for a little bit? We're going to pay your gross rent in these apartment buildings down the street from L. Ron Hubbard Way because we own all these goddamn apartment buildings. And you only have to pay us $300 a month because we're not caring whether there's mold and all kinds. You should actually be taking responsibility for that. You're in control over your mess universe. So they're already dissecting you into the whole language and behavior of Scientology. It would literally be like if you went to another planet and you were like, okay, there's a planet Scientology over here and here's Earth. Yeah. You then could say, okay, yeah, planet Scientology is like that. They're cuckoo. They're wacko. But they're not. They're on our Earth and they're doing this. This is why this is so fucking extreme. They're doing this on our Earth. They literally took the status of religions that religions have been going on for, whether they have bad and good things or not. Okay. I'm not even talking about that. What I'm talking about is Scientology specifically went and got their religious status and their tax-free exempt status so that they could get away with what they are doing. Yeah. They could say, bring your family over. You're going to come work. You're going to sign a billion-year contract. And that billion-year contract, as a child, when I don't know about you, Liz, but when I signed the billion-year contract as a 4-year-old with a red crayon signing Megan and making sure
I signed mine with mud.
Yeah, you wanted to
Mud
make
on my
it feel
finger.
natural. Like I did anything. I did it on my color, my choice. Because you're thinking all I'm doing by doing this as a young age is I'm saving spirits. That's what I thought. I'm helping spirits, and the body doesn't mean much, but the spirits of everything is, I'm just healing them. And anyways, that's so insane for a 4-year-old.
I thought
right?
I was, yeah, I
and then
honestly,
to
when
do it
I
again
signed
later. When did you sign it? When did you sign it?
I think I was 5.
See, so I did it again when I was 8 and then 13 before I went to flag. So they really instill this. Do you really remember what you were signing? What did you feel when you were signing that? Like, what did you even know what you were signing?
No, I had no idea, but I knew that my future was set.
Was planned. Okay, there you go. Wait, can you say that again? Because I interrupted.
My future was set. Like
you were like, okay, I'm agreeing for whatever they have planned for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I felt. That's exactly how I felt. I said, okay, well, mom's going to be so proud of me. Dad's going to be so proud of me.
I'm going to get so many rewards.
I am going to get
so many
accommodations. So many hugs. Oh my God, Liz, right? So many hugs. That's fucking sometimes like when Aja hugs me or like people hug me. I've gotten
when you hug.
I love the hugs. I hug deep.
Like you're tiny, but you got the good little.
I'm skinny and tiny and strong, but I got deep hugs.
You got the deep hug.
Hugs. Yeah, I want you to feel my hug.
Mm-hmm. I will definitely say like yours are. You know.
I love you, Liz, so much. Like, oh, I'm so glad. You know what? You know what I want to say? I'm so glad that you got out of whatever you got out of, because I don't think even as your friend today that I would have been able to get you out of what you were in. So the fact that we can be friends and be so sweet and loving and deep on so many levels that like when you reach out to me and I ignore you, you're the one I feel bad about not answering. You know, because I'm like, no, if anybody gets this, it's Liz, it's Serge, it's you know,
need a minute.
And I love that, you know, I need a minute or I can't talk. Sometimes we literally can't talk. I can't breathe. I'm at work and I'm like, if I call you back, I won't be able to breathe. And
I won't be able to make it. So I can't hear you either.
And the only thing going for me right now is me paying my rent. So like I'm at work. I will can't talk. I'm heartbroken. I'm fucking destroyed. I have so many friends that I feel okay. So yeah, I want to talk about all that. Second the best. Humanity.
I do want to say, you know what? After hearing, I originally had a different opinion when it came to the tunnels. Like I thought if they were going to open it, it was literally just to make sure Sea Org members don't get seen again. It didn't even dawn on me. INS.
Away
from.
You're right. Wait. I didn't even finish what I was saying. Thank you. And I'm interrupting and come back. But what I was going to continue to say is that they hold the children from these countries out of the public eye. They literally won't even have them. They told me when I was 14 years old at Flag, the reason I'm an ethics officer and handling the Sea Org and all that and not in the public eye is that I was too young. I didn't understand what a minor was. I didn't understand what underage was. I didn't understand what consent was. You know what I mean? You guys understand? Yeah. So like the mind frame was just like, that's so annoying that the outside world is so focused on age. That's literally how I felt. So I felt like, okay, so then I was just really good at being an internal interrogator, pretty much, investigator, an enforcer. So yeah. Okay, so what was I going from there? So I was I literally, as an underage child, recruited another underage child from being directly outside of literally in the outside world. So I have seen it happen where my mind made somebody else who's still fucking one of my only regrets is leaving Kristen Christine and her brother, but they recruited her brother, but I recruited Christine into the Sea Org, and she was a young executive in CMO when I left. She was there still. So it's like, okay, so what they do with these tunnels that y'all want to be in the outside world, not realizing internally the tunnels are so fucking important. Guess not only do they traffic humans and children and underage people or people that are from Guatemala and all sorts of places, all from all over the fucking world. They don't want you to even see their face, even if they're overage. They don't want you to see their face because they don't want you to know. They don't want the other family members knowing this is the cult. This is the church, the religious place that they went to. Right? So they're holding this whole PR. They call it keep your PR in to your outside family members. Keep your PR in. Like,
explain your best
day. Don't let Scientology get involved. Explain your best day like it's every day you have every day here. Like, it's so good. Oh my God, I feel so good.
Yes.
Whatever. Right, Liz? So what they're doing. So now that's what they're doing. They're hiding those family members in these tunnels that if they're not making a new one, as DOA was saying, they are reconstructing and rebuilding the old hospital tunnels so that they can get away with this. They can do this. Okay, so not only are they moving the humans, whether they're underage or not, and then when they are finally overage, it's too late. They're already so groomed and brainwashed. They can now be in public. And guess what they do? They're that young, new, experienced, amazing auditor that you have to pay more extra for that 18-year-old, the 19-year-old to audit some old fucking douchebag that can't, it's just so gross.
Or that will translate, because they will get people in to come translate LRH's work or any of their courses they have to do. They translate it for free. And then they sit there and they think they're doing this amazing job. And they
not only that, they also, but back to tunnel things though, and these organizations, they are able to carry and move PC folders, which are the folders, the evidence the FBI fucking needs to shut this shit down. They're able to put and carry, they're all, a lot of you have seen on these live streams that people have been out there at all kinds of organizations when they, especially the AOLA though, the blue buildings, because this is Flag, Clearwater, and AOLA is where they do the OT levels. So you're going to always see these OTs with a briefcase and literally almost something similar to a handcuff or something where it's definitely locked and attached to their wrist. That is part of policy letter. Elron, you are not allowed to walk outside without this. In case somebody tried to rob you, you better give up your purse and your identification before you give this suitcase away.
Yeah, under death.
Yeah. So now what they're doing is they're using these tunnels to do all of this so that it's not in sight of anybody and they can do whatever they need to do under the disguise of a church, having their own ways and views and things. And guess what else? Not only that, but they can hide the R1 visa family members. They can shovel them through until they're old enough to be above ground, so to speak. And then they can also hide all the PC folders and all the evidence of all the rape allegations and all the molestations and all these perverts who are getting away with auditing, paying. Oh, I'm going to fucking pay. Yeah, I'm going to pay money for this auditing session. And then all I have to do is go to ethics for my handling. Go to ethics for my program. And once I get through my ethics program, I'm good. I can continue living life. And if I do it again, guess what? I just go back in session and handle that other Thetan, that other body Thetan that was attached to me. It literally breaks it down to that. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is how we say they are trafficking and they are laundering, auditing through money with being able to go, you're paying an intensive. You're paying $12,000 for 12 hours of auditing. Not kidding. There are literally young auditors that are specifically pulled out to audit rich people or people that are celebrities that are going, oh, I'm getting the best one of the auditors. They're saying this
or
is
I've heard auditor. Them say, I prefer the young gentleman that helped me before.
100%. I felt good
I prefer
with this
that
person.
young.
Yeah, I felt good with this person.
Doesn't matter the age.
No, they wouldn't even say gentleman. They would just say, oh, I felt good with Mr. Jason or Mr. So-and-so. And that Mr. could be 14 years old or a 14-year-old chick.
Mm-hmm.
It is horrific. I just saw that, Cheryl. It's literally horrific because now I'm here being like, now I'm almost 40. I'm 38. And I'm going like, dang, if I were to have children right now, and this, even the little tidbits of this shit happening to the things that were such our norm, Liz, the fact that we weren't allowed to wear perfume or nail polish or like flirt, like everything was controlled about. It is horrific for a child to feel under control their whole goddamn fucking life and never be able to grow, and then to be abused and molested and overly worked and only given, and then to be blamed for medical things that happened when they were working. You know, it goes on and on and on. And the spankings and this and me sticking up for Jenna Miscavige or saying something like, well, that's why Jenna left. And then me getting in trouble for it, or Christina Webster getting in trouble. Like, there's just so many things that, like, how do you put this much adult pressure on children who never even knew the outside world legal system?
Yeah.
Is this too much, Liz? Sorry.
No, because I used to beg my mom to go live with my dad. Used to beg her.
I never begged my parents, but I always thought, wouldn't it be easier if you just let me go live with my Scientology aunt? I was even afraid to live with my other non-Scientology family members. Yeah. I was like, wouldn't she? I felt like she would even like it. Like, you know, but yeah.
But then I was thinking this, you know, how many times did I beg to go live with my dad? And if I had gone to live with my dad, then I would have been saved from the abuse from my mom, but I would have had the abuse from the ranch.
Right. 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 Because can we not just say the obvious? Isn't your mom a Scientologist at the same time as exactly? So just get your tiaras and get your ethics in. If something's happening to you, even if your mom is doing something to you, okay, separate your mom, period. You are still attacking yourself for what your mother is doing to you that you caused her to do. Whether your mom has to go in and do her own auditing and sec checking and find out what evil purposes she had, you still have to take responsibility as a child for what your mother was physically doing to you.
Yeah.
And why you pulled that in.
Yep.
And that's easy for me to say to you because I'm saying it to you about your situation. But like, I have to catch myself for myself about things that happened to me when I was blaming myself. Like why Kenny Campbellman, the fucking security guard, was dragging me almost 2 miles from the Campbell house on gravel road because I was you best believe I was fucking kicking his shins, screaming, fuck you, you fucking asshole, as loud as I could. And I'm sure there were calls from the Saboba Indians saying, is everything okay? We heard like a kid screaming, fuck you, or something. Like I was definitely loud enough, but he was dragging me with so much effort and force that he was treating me like an object. And he was like, you are coming. And he dragged me for 2 hours all the way back to the property because I was trying to run away. Anyways, I don't know why I brought that up. I'm just saying there's like.
But I did.
There's so many things that stick with you long term that you're going, why am I so mad about this thing right now? Why am I crying in my van on Father's Day right now? You know what I mean? Like, and then you go, oh, this is why. Because all of these things have built up to asking my dad why I was never allowed to ask our dad, Dad, this is happening. Please stop this. We weren't even allowed to ask our dad that.
No.
That was actually a distraction. It was if we were going to give, it was a negative thing on our part to even approach them with something that was negative or upsetting or ARC breaking or anything, however you want to call it. If it was negative or too hurtful or interpolating for the parent, they're technically executives of ours, and we're not supposed to be giving them this interpolation.
Yep, we're not. Oh no. You're gonna end up on the cans. Better get your overts and withholds ready, because you're gonna be on the. Whoa.
Yeah.
You're gonna be on the cans.
What was that?
And my hand was like all
like. They're like, don't worry, you don't have to squeeze the cans today. Don't worry.
Nope. The only can you have to squeeze is a rock star and a boob.
Cheers, Liz. Love you.
Love you too. But you know what? After listening to, I did talk about, the tunnels, and I thought it was more like congestion kind of thing. Listening to you explain it, I was wrong. And that's what helps me grow. That's what helps me learn. Otherwise, I won't know.
What do you mean? Listening to you explain what?
Listening to you explain some of the things that I knew about, but it's almost like it was ringing bells, like all those people from other countries. Oh my God, keeping them underground. Oh, that's brilliant. It didn't even dawn on me the other day. And so now it's like, I get it. I get why the tunnels are so important. I get that.
And look, here's the thing. There are a lot of conspiracies and things that relate to tunnels. There's P. Diddy tunnels. There's all kinds of fucking tunnels and ways that people were literally getting get rid of this kind of crime really quick. Because when the police come in,
look
like, what are you talking about?
Back entrance to the White House.
Right. Prove it. Exactly. What is Scientology doing? Mimicking the government. They're just doing it in their own, hiding behind a religious thing, which the government has no control over. So the government, the LAPD, at a certain point is getting money and donations from Scientology, and then they're getting attacked by Scientology executives who they admire because they're getting these donations, because there's protesters outside that aren't fucking listening to the police. You should listen to the police and get them off. Liz.
Yeah. Or their little officer trying to.
You know about the thing where they literally they whited out the permit. Liz, they lied.
Wow, that's what they did. I didn't hear what they did to it, except
Streets went and Streets got saw the actual official permit document, and it was only for. It didn't matter about the dates. It didn't matter that it was a kids festival or veterans, whatever they're gonna lie about. It's literally only blocked off to vehicle traffic.
Wow.
So this whole time they've been lying. Guess what they did? They whited out. Jennifer Corson, we're fucking calling you out. Odo, Jason or William, these people, they whited out the part that on the city permit. You're not allowed to do that. You cannot take a city permit and alter it and show that to the police officers. They literally showed on camera the altered, copied version where they took out the part on the permit that said only to traffic vehicles, not for pedestrians or civilians.
Yeah. I did see that part because I was like looking at, I was on Jessica's
yesterday
stream.
During Father's Day at one of my points, after I went around the building a few times, I went and I was like, okay, Kelly went in and they didn't show the permit. It means they don't have it. And they lied just like they did with Streets. So I went down and guess what they did? Nothing. Just in my face. You're violating. You're on private. I was like, am I? What are you going to do about it, Jason? And I was in his face and I was just like, look at you. And so then I started yelling for both of us, Liz. I started yelling. It's Father's Day. My father is washing dishes in here and they won't let him see me. He is not allowed to come up and see me. So I am here as his daughter. And I was like, all your little venue. I was like, I said your little venues or your things. I said, you're all supporting this. They're using you. They're using the veterans. I was like, they're using these kids. I was like, I was a child in this and they're not letting me in. How are they? I went and William was going, or Jason, I guess his real name is Jason. But anyways, William, the security guard, was going nuts because he just, all he could say was, you're trespassing. And I'm way louder at a certain point. And this chick, the day before, go back and watch my stream yesterday. But the chick that has the big lashes, that kind of pushed Tori's phone and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that. I did see the pushing of Tori's phone. I was like,
yeah, she kept her distance. And I said, yeah. And I'm glad I said something to her. Like, I'm glad you're keeping your distance as I saw you yesterday. I was like, I saw you on the internet. You were on the live stream and you can't touch people. And I said, I know they're making you know why they're having you do this? Because they think you don't know. They lied to you about the permit. I said, and I kept telling her, I said, why are they not giving me the permit? I said, because they don't fucking have it. I said, I'm allowed to watch. And so she actually was listening and she did not interact with me at all. She just kind of was like listening, like, okay, yeah, she's right. Well, and I kept it moving a little, even at some points I was going a little slower. But anyways, I was in Jason, that security guard's face, and I said, you fucking idiots. You guys changed a legal city permit document to get, I was like, you guys are dumbasses. I was like, I did mute some of it. So good, because I'm sure the chat don't like Lara when she getting fucking crazy. And yes,
I'm sure that's when everybody's like, go Lara, go Lara.
Had to put that one. Lara be loud and proud about it. I had to. And not only that, I literally was like, I was calling a fucking liar out. I was like, you're full of fucking shit. You guys actually did something illegal. Like, we have this on document because the police had to actually see and show us your false document. So they showed us, and it wasn't till, days later till Streets called it out. It was like, this is fucking, you guys altered the permit. It's only for vehicles. I loved when Streets was like, nah, I'm going to walk down here. Watch me. What are you going to do? And he even told Lash Lady, he was even like, well, what are you going to do? You're going to stop me? And she was like, kind of looked at him like, no. No,
right?
I ain't gonna stop you. And he was like, and she was listening though. Okay, so she did listen when I was walking down. She was listening to everything I was telling Jason. I was like, you fuck it, and then I was saying, and then I was sending messages to my dad. I was like, Phil Anderson, I'll be here every Father's Day until you get out. So they're listening. So everybody in all their little, their little venue, whatever you call them, their little, whatever, they all have little tents that they probably are paying Scientology for or whatever. Oh, it's so gross.
I'm pretty sure they're paying them. Like,
no,
we'll put a donation.
No, it's almost like the swap meet. If you're a vendor there, you pay for your little slot time in your tent or a percentage of your sales. That's always how it is. I bet you they're like, we have a little booth.
Why? Why would you want a booth?
Because they don't know about Scientology. They don't know about it. They literally like, a Veterans Day in Hollywood or East Hollywood. This sounds great.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Vendor stalls. Thank you. Selfless. Took me a minute. But anyways, so yeah, Liz, I wish I could play it back, but it will just delay. It'll put me on a delay, 8-second delay. And I don't want that. I'm so afraid of StreamYard. I'm like, I have just got it. But I want to show you because I took my juicy ass time. I was like, this chick ain't gonna stop me because I already called her out. Like, don't touch me like you did to Tori. I was like, that was messed up. I was like, they're fooling you, but don't get you arrested because they're putting you as the front woman. Like, don't do that. And she was listening. I was like, dude, I looked at her and I said, they won't let my dad out just to even argue with me. Like, he has to get permission from these security guards that you are protecting. And she was like, shit. Like, there were times that she really did hear it. And I'm sure
what's
her
so
interaction with Tori and stuff the other day, she probably felt weird about, like, oh, dang, I was on the internet. I shouldn't have tapped her fucking phone like that.
Yeah, because that's, I mean, no matter what, it's evidence. But at the same time, people listening, like, I took a timeout yesterday. I literally took a timeout. I was like, all right, I don't want to worry about Father's Day. I don't want to cry about it. Let's just get Carrie through it. And then literally, like, someone brought up, if you want to make some money or be like LRH, if you want to make some money, start a religion. And I'm sitting there and none of these people knew that I grew up in Scientology because I keep my life separate.
And do you feel like you mean that it kind of made you feel like they were making less of what that meant?
At first I did. At first it felt almost like, no, I went through
guys
hell.
Aren't getting
like, don't fucking.
Exactly. Like you guys you don't actually get what this fucking means.
Yeah, it's kind of like when someone sees all your scars and then they go,
"Oh,
they're not as bad. They're not as bad as you think."
Oh, you're like, oh,
bitch, I know
as bad as they feel,
right? I'll remember what they felt like, each and every one.
How do you know? How do you know they're not that
And
bad?
so it's like, don't belittle what I went through because as much as I hate these scars, they're still they're proof
strength
that what I went through and I survived.
Yep, strength. Oh, Selfless has a good question here. Bank equals question. Bank equals reactive mind, right? Correct.
Yeah.
The reactive mind, they just say the reactive mind and the analytical mind. So they're saying
even you have the two.
Wait, let me just explain this while you fucking deal with your. Oh, wait. I thought you were dealing with your dogs. You got a whole reactive mind scripture here. She's going to draw it out. This is great. This is great. Okay. What I was going to say is that, yes, you're correct, Selfless. The bank is exactly like when my mom was saying I'm being banky. It's like I'm letting my mind go into my reactive mind. But the bank, they're literally saying, are images, your reactive mind are images, right? So the bank is storing all those images. So it's kind of like money in the bank, how they store your gold or whatever. Your bankiness is storing all these reactive mind images. So yes, you're correct. But the reactive mind is the kind of like the brain, the mind, and the bank is the vault holding all of these images. So yeah, if that kind of clarifies that a little bit. In the Ooga Booga, in all the madness of L. Ron Con Hubbard.
Yeah, L. Ron, thank you for putting knowledge in my head that's not real. Thank you.
That literally is fucking useless, but thank you for detecting in case any other cults try to do this.
I didn't need to learn how to read earlier.
No, but maybe now we have videos, all these YouTube things of going through the psychology of Scientology, that future cults and future children will be like, oh, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing what they just did for years and years and years. Yeah. No, thank you.
And that's why I love the protesters, every one of them. It's like that going out there and you're letting people know, because I could not do that. It's emotional for me going protesting. Even screaming at a building is emotional for me. So I can't do it daily. And so, but when I do it, does it mean the world to me? Yes. Do I have the utmost respect for those that can go out daily? Yes.
Yeah. And there's times when I'm like in the moment where I'm feeling good and like, joyful and ready to talk to people. And like, oh yeah, I was born in this. There's sometimes where I'm like outgoing where I'll say like, hey, I was born and raised in this. Yes, my dad and blah, blah, blah. And then there's sometimes, honestly, where I'm like, it's so fucking weird. I almost like go like, yeah, I was born and raised in it. But are you really interested in knowing? Like I get sort of like, I'm not going to fucking drain myself if you think this is a joke.
If you don't really care.
Right. If you're going to think this is a Tom Cruise thing or you're trying to get people on your Instagram. And also I love how Kelly the other night, the kids, they're young kids. They're all like, oh yeah. Oh, could you shut up my Instagram? I kind of like that because if we're going to be real with people, let's be on their page. Let's be on their Instagram. Let's just be transparent for who they are. There's people like these mods and Ellie and people like, show your fucking face. There are people who came up on DOA's like on the live stream when he was like kind of getting out of his manic shit and like paranoia and like,
or someone pretended to be you. I fell for it.
No, I don't care. And I can only imagine who that was. But anywho, and literally it's only that one person that like, that's the only person. And now, bitch, if you're watching this, you know who the fuck the person who did that, that we actually know who fucking did it. You're a dumb fuck. But anyways, that was totally fine because it kind of reset anyways for Aaron and Nora. So that was good because that's what needed to happen. But I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about shit. What was I talking about? It was like some other troll or something or what?
Yeah, some other troll. That's where it was starting off. You were talking about a troll.
Okay. Well, I forgot. But what I was saying is I think I was just kind of saying like even the trolls that come out, even the people that come out, even it's kind of like be transparent. Show your face. Oh, I was saying with Ellie and the mods, like, and all of that, like, don't be a moderator if you're not going to be able to be transparent and physically be and show who you are, especially for somebody like, for something like Scientology. This is fucking way thicker, way heavier. It holds a lot of emotions because there's a lot of people who care about the protesting and how they're doing it and taking down Scientology. So like, it's hard for when people get mixed up into shit. Like, don't encourage and do not, even if you think you're damn right, the SPTV community doesn't deserve any more drama that it already has to cope with all the time.
Yeah.
So if you think you're so right and mighty and you think you have to say a word here or there, no. Even my moderators, Mandy and Savage, like sometimes they'll say shit or do shit. And I'm just like, no, don't put that up. That's your opinion and not mine. Like I'll privately say like, hey, keep this. Or I'll say, I really appreciate that you did do that because I want people to know I don't want any of the fucking drama when I'm processing it myself.
Yeah.
Like don't. And like Aaron said, actually, and same with DOA, they said it a few times in their things like, if you're talking about a subject on an obvious live stream, like now we're chit-chatting, of course, we're talking about everything. But if there's a certain subject specifically and you're in there specifically, fuck it, like, or like you're trying to attack, then you literally have forgotten your purpose of being in this community. Yes, step the fuck out. Because even though you think you're so valid or so great because you helped in these many ways, the fact that you did certain things so wrong or so deeply open or disgusting and you weren't transparent or you are trying to hide something slightly for your own benefit, it's going to be called out. We're not interested in it. No. Right, Liz? Like Liz has so many ways that Liz can make money. I have so many ways that I can make money. There's so many ways I can make money or have people on my side. Maybe it's not about money. Maybe it's just like power. Who the fuck? There's so many ways that we can have that. And the fact that people have to say, oh, this is how it is. This is how somebody thinks about me. Instead of just going directly, like if I was that person, how could I change their mind directly to them so that they feel better about my actions or something that I did wrong in their eyes? Right, Liz? Like, yeah. Liz, if you thought I effed your girlfriend, right? Let's just be clear. Let's just be clear. And maybe there was some things like footage and you're like, there's no way somebody could have edited this footage. I saw it. It showed me like you guys are.
No, I would still go to you.
No. Well, okay. Well, see, you're too sweet. I can't even make an analogy. The thing is that like, that's the point is if you really care, sure, you'll go to you, sure, you'll talk it, but you'll be transparent. You'll be out and about. If you're not used to the live streaming, like I'm not, I'm getting used to this still to this fucking day. There's things where you're going like, okay, I don't have to talk about everything, but I know that people who are supporting me, who understand me will be okay if I came into something with a good intention and then it fucked up a whole situation. I can say, look, I didn't mean to fuck up the whole situation, but I did come in with a good intention. Can we go back to that? You know, that would be a different approach. And I feel like people need to start fucking doing that more. I see it in a lot of the people that I love. I see it with you all the time, Liz. I see it even with Aaron. I see it with so many people all in and out of the community where they're like, that was my bad. I didn't mean to do that. I started that just because I heard it from this idiot and I shouldn't have fucking read that thing. It's as simple as that. And even people forgiving, being like, oh my God, I hated you. Like even Liz, when you talked to ZDT or some dumb shit like that, right? Yeah, That's fine. But that's fine. You know what's so amazing is that look, I didn't do that. It was really amazing, sadly, to see you go through that and do it and then be like, dang, I'm glad I didn't get trapped into that. Because you went through it, it makes me never have to go through that. Like,
very true. Very true.
What I'm saying. So, like, it doesn't matter. Like, we can just understand when gross people are gross. Yes, people who are very dedicated to the SPTV community are going to attack and maybe jump out of line, whatever, at moments when they're deprived of sleep and are going insane, and say like, these people yes, they have other intentions, or maybe they don't. They came in with the full intention, but now they're sort of getting sidetracked. Blah, 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 blah. No, it all needs to go because Scientology is too aggressive on the people that are attacking it, that they will call and get anything that they can just to get people like Danny, Scotty, Streets, anybody arrested.
Yeah,
anybody.
To get them to stop, to get them to...
They arrest anything because that police, Michael got arrested. Literally Michael got arrested because, honestly, because the police officer was so sick of dealing with the disagreement between the protesters and Scientology all day long, and he lost his shit on Michael. That's as simple as it is. Like,
yeah.
So it is heavy. It's not just one-sided. It's not just the protesters. It's also heavy for the police officers. They don't like it. And they are starting to realize, some of them, that they're being manipulated and they don't like it. And they're trying to be cordial. So, exactly. The dogs agree. Okay, yeah. So,
now they stop.
Angel says, you guys are so strong standing up against this cult. I remember seeing Laura on Joy of Everything's live back in October. The big protest at the Celeb Center. Love you guys. Thank you, Angel. That is so cool. Thank you for sticking around with this wild bitch.
Mm-hmm.
This wild one. Okay, I need to answer this. R. Lewis. Wait, Liz, can I show you something? R. Lewis,
yes.
You're so sweet. This is Mandy. Are you paying attention? Mandy's eating, but should we do it? Let's call them out again. Mandy, let's see what you're eating.
At least she's not flashing you.
Okay, just saying. I just like to make sure Mandy is exposed when they are smoking weed, eating really yummy random foods, or kitty cat moments, or just random shit. What I was gonna say is, are you guys? Listen. I know you guys love me and you feel my hearts in moments and you send me sweet little packages. R. Lewis, can you only imagine what could have happened to the gift that you sent me? That was milk chocolate in California on an 80-degree+ day. Let me go get it. I literally was like, should I eat these? Are these bad? Am I going to die? Are these old? Were they like this before they got to me? What's going on? Hold on.
Yes, it's just me with my mad munchies.
Right?
I love chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
Okay, Laura's back. I go away now.
All right.
Okay. So look. Hello.
You're muted. Oh, there we go.
Hello?
Yeah, that was weird because you couldn't hear.
No, but I can't hear Liz now. What happened? Liz, are you muted? No.
No. I haven't moved. Oh, I'm locked in position.
Hold on. One sec. Hold on. Audio. Oh, I figured it out. Okay, hello?
Hello.
Okay, now I can hear.
How you doing?
Okay, are you ready? Look.
Yep.
Are you look, R. Lewis. Look, I got your card. I love you very much. You're amazing. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
For the present. So it was this amazing yellow goldenrod rainbow yellow. It was so sweet box. And I opened it up and it was a cute chocolate box, right?
Okay.
And this is what.
There's a part of me that's kind of curious what it would taste like.
What do you mean? What it? That's not it. It's all of them together.
It's all of them together. Is it going to taste good or is it going to taste bad?
I don't know. I'm wondering, Lewis, how old are these? Tell me. And if they are melted, do you think it's acceptable for me to just eat the bar? It's now a bar. It's like a Kit Kat bar. Okay. Anyways, yes, I did get the F sign tow package and I fucking love I love my care packages. I love packages. I love outfits. I love them. I will always love them for the rest of my life because we were not ever allowed to have them without permission. So when I randomly get packages like freaking Erica, our auntie with her little picnic like gift.
It feels like Christmas Day rolled into one.
It's so amazing. It does something that we never got as kids. It does something that's so sparkly and fun. That's all. Okay. Liz, you do this one.
Whatever toys the boys had, my mom would give me really girly stuff and I would hand it to my female friends. But whatever toys Sasha had, a lot of times it was G.I. Joes, or we would use sticks. Let's not be too graphic, but yeah, we would have a stick from the tree and pretend to be like G.I. Joe. You work with what you got.
No, the thing is that we weren't allowed as children to have toys that we liked too much or idolized.
Correct. Or took too much attention off of what we needed to do.
Distraction, other fish to fry. They would call it other fish to fry. So when they would see a Barbie or a Ken doll or a freaking G.I. Joe doll, whatever it was, they would always be like, "Yep, you can't have it because we could see that you're clearly distracted from it." So they would take away anything that meant something deep to us. That's the truth of it.
Yeah, and a lot of times they would just take it from your room.
No, they would. They would say, "Oh, this immediately in the trash. This is disgusting." Right? Yep. Okay, what's this? Barbara. I've heard that Scientologists knew LRH wrote science fiction. Did you ever think about that in connection with all of his writings of policies? Nope. Not at all. Not at all, because they never really let us.
I thought his awards were real.
Yep, we thought everything was real, and we never even knew how to even look into anything.
Mm-hmm.
AI summary: Lara, a live streamer, is discussing an unusual nano. That is hilarious. This is so funny, Mandy. This is about Mandy's bone penis thing, and it's the AI summary. And it says, AI summary, Lara, a live streamer, is discussing an unusual topic of animal reproductive systems with her chat. Her chat members are surprised and intrigued by the information being shared.
Oh my God, that is the best thing ever.
Right? We learn things new all the time. I'm just
learning and loving with you. Oh my God. Oh, they are bad moms. I'm sure it's hard for them to see that and hard for them to ever admit that. That's true, One Love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Question: do kids ever get to visit Disneyland or anything?
Yeah.
Liz? If you're upset.
Yeah.
For me, I didn't because I was always out of things.
When my grandmother
once
came to
a year,
visit, we went.
Not yes. You're like, yes, as if we know. Once a fucking year. That's it.
Yeah. But I went a couple more times. I know a lot of the other kids went once a year, but my mom took me like 3 times one year. That was so exciting. I hate it. I hate Disneyland. That place can suck a big fat, bag of cactuses.
Talk to me, Goose says, this insight, vulnerability, and sharing. I love you too. Cannot imagine what y'all been through. Hope you have healing on your journey. We are.
We do.
Angel Baby. Thank you. Talk to me, Goose. We are healing especially with all y'all's love and support. You guys are awesome. Oops, sorry. Question. What is this? How can SPs be such beautiful human beings after such abuse? Liz?
Because I want to be better than what I got.
Oh, that's such a good... Wait, say it again.
I want to be better than what I got.
Me too. I'm going to be the best mom. I'm going to be the best everything.
I'll be the best fur baby mom.
You already are. Did we already do this? You guys are so strong. Yes. Thank you, Angel. We love you. Thank you. Did we do this? Yes. Insight. Sorry. I'm just going. There's so many. Degraded daughter says your emotions are valid.
I know we're working on it.
Yeah, thank you, my angel, little angel baby that always heals animals' hearts left, right, and center, healing their spirits. Hi, oh no, Nora, you cutie patootie with an attitude. Question: is there a PO box to send you something? Me or Liz? Actually, you can send me anything for Liz too.
There you go.
If it's for both of us, you can send it to me and I'll get it to Liz. No problemito.
And should I put it up? Laura, send it to Laura.
No. Say your thing in case they want to send it to you.
P.O. Box 1786, Rancho Cordova, California, 95741.
Okay, good. There you go. And then I'm going to actually add mine right now for the chat to have, because I've never done it because I'm so out of ethics, out of valence, out of ethics. All right. And then if you guys want to send me something, I think you would just put Laura FM because they know who the fuck I am. Okay, boom. Laura FM 1110 North Virgil Avenue 349 is the box, and LA, California 932. So that answers that question. Okay, great. Thank you. I'm good at this, guys, right? Okay, there's so many questions, guys. Where's Golden Air Production? Where's Golden Air? Hemet, California. Just look it up on the Google internet. Just look up headquarters, Hemet. One way through,
or you can look up the golf
around X amount right away division. No parking anywhere except a dirt pull out to the right. That's exactly right. If you're going to go there to protest and stuff, good luck. Be prepared to be. You're going to be in desert. You're going to be in hot desert, and you're going to have like 2 feet to walk. So just kind of be in that mode. If you're ready to do that for 4 or 5 hours, you're amazing. Okay, I think I can undo that, huh? I have to learn to undo them. Okay, we're almost done with these major. Just kidding. Liz and Laura, read these, Liz. I can't do everything.
Liz and Laura, it's very bad to have soft lungs. Thank you so much for this discussion. As a never-end, these talks are invaluable. The perspective gained is power. Thank you both.
Nice. Thank you, David B. That's so sweet. Thank you. This one, hi. Unfortunately, in Scientology, the word love is not known. When I saw that in the Sea Org, they destroyed me inside because they didn't let me call my mom. Yes, Unstoppable SP. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
And so does Liz. Like, we absolutely know that feeling. And then getting permission and then getting not permission again.
Yeah.
So like to get the permission, to get the yeah.
And then it's taken away.
And disapproved. Yep. And now you have to re-CSW to get approval to call or talk to. Yep. And same with my brother. And yep. Unbelievable. Okay. So what is his thoughts? California is a duper when it comes to recording conversations. I wonder if the children who are being abused can record these situations without getting the evidence thrown out. Maria M., there's no concept of a child in Scientology, that they're a child, or that there's even a law that consists
or there's like a constitution,
children, or anything. Nothing. They literally even if they knew the Constitution before they joined, they no longer know it. It's almost that bad. It's like they have just wiped out the old reality and then they have the new reality. So a child will never leave unless you literally say, we were there. We understand what you're going through. Come out and talk to us, and
flipping burgers is not bad.
Yeah,
you're not going to end up
the Sea Org. Like, so we say it's okay to leave the Sea Org, so they don't feel like they have to leave Scientology, because you have to, you know, step by step. At least if you could get them out of the Sea Org, you know.
Here was the hard one for me to swallow: doing drugs. So for the longest time as a kid, no drugs. The nightmares were so bad that I kept falling into drugs. And then it was hard to kick it.
Yeah, me too. Oh, trust me. Like, I was afraid of hard drugs, and I still am. But alcohol, and before I even smoked, it was alcohol and cigarettes. I smoked American Spirit cigarettes. And for not doing any drugs at all, those were very heavy for me, and it just got me through all kind of shit. And then started smoking weed. That definitely helped. And actually, I went through this phase where I'd stopped smoking as much cigarettes, and I started smoking more weed. So it kind of helped me get rid of the idea that I had to be like smoking cigarette. It was just weird. But then also, like, I would want tobacco with my weed. It was just weird. But
hey, for me, when things get bad, when like there's a couple times that, you know, the nightmares have been so bad that I've thought about, you know, let me just have a drink to get through the night.
Right.
You know,
and
but
then
I know I just have to tell myself, hey, it's been a long journey. And no, I won't touch it. It's been a long journey, and it was hard work to get clean. So,
no. That's so nice. That's such a, like, I could hear myself saying that, like when I take breaks from marijuana, because marijuana is hard for me because it's such a beautiful, not a crutch, but it actually helps me cope with my emotions. It doesn't like suppress like alcohol does or whatever. Marijuana actually gives me an outlet, or eases up the intensity of it so that I can actually cope with it and hear it and see it and feel it sometimes. But what was I saying? Shit. Right before that.
We were talking about like getting clean.
Oh, yeah. So I also understand when people, the difficulty of being clean or staying clean, quote unquote, you know, like, because there's so many views of what clean is, and there's even some people that are like who don't drink alcohol, who are against everything, and they're like, even smoking weed is not clean, or doing these alternative you know, medicines or mind, you know, things like, you know, what you just went through, that's not clean. It's like, you have to face it. No. You see, there's so many cults inside, even little groups like Alcohol Anonymous and all these, that you even have to just, I think being careful, watching yourself getting into a cult mindset is the thing that people need to watch out for. Because even going to get there, like Liz, this is the thing. I feel like you can receive any sort of alcohol or whatever it is that whatever help that you want mentally with whatever you struggle with at times, right? I feel like you found that, or I feel like you have found it, actually. I feel like you have a good girlfriend. I feel like you have like a solid, you have me. Okay. Okay. So if you're going crazy,
don't worry.
I have no time for myself. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, Liz is here. Oh,
and both of you have me.
Literally. And so there's so many times that I just go like, I don't respect people's assumptions or made up things or your mistakes. I feel like your mistakes and your difficulties are actually more of a strength and more of a closeness to who I know you are. When I see you be angry about something and express it. So to me, people be like, oh, that was so offensive. She just called somebody out. And I'm like, oh, I loved it. I loved that she had the fucking strength to fucking say, stop fucking treating me like that. So I know people don't know. And so we know. And I just really love that. And we always will be here. We literally will, because there's never going to be, me and Liz, like we've said, we have not even been out of Scientology the years that we were in it. We have not been out of it in this outside world. So we can only, I don't know. I just feel like
we can only go forward.
Yes. Paralyzed to paralyzed. There are approximately 80 planter boxes, and there are 80 yards of dry mixed concrete sitting on our do the tunnels math. So yeah, no, they're using the concrete boxes and the planters to take up the space of protesters that would be standing or chalking or putting up flags or putting up homeless things, exactly, or food or shelter, anything that they can do to get the outside world away from their buildings is what they want.
Correct. Because I can promise you, if they cared about the plants inside, and I don't have a lot of time left, like 5 minutes maybe. If they cared about the plants inside, they made sure that shit was watered. It's all about image and how things look. Mm-hmm. So notice all the other plants and grass is being watered, but these plants in the planter boxes, nobody's given a shit about.
Right.
If they really cared about it.
Kelly.
Well, yes, Kelly.
Kelly's like, please just water the plants. And Odo, you can leave anytime you want. You and your wife, anytime. But these plants really need to be watered. Like she mixes, she's hilarious. I can't.
I do love it. But I kept wanting to tell her, look, they don't really care about it, because if they did, they would water. Because their all about
attention is not on the plants. Their attention is the plants aren't
covering
there to be watered. The plants are there to move us out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Question, do you guys realize the RPF is kidnapping and false imprisonment and torture in the courts?
Yes.
We do, but this needed to be shown so the world realizes this as well. Does Odo and Jason know this? No. They think they're above the law.
I do. I will say I like learning more and more about the law.
Oh, I love it. I fucking love it.
I think it's like
Scotty DOA has taught me so much because he's had to go through all of his stuff. So I can't help but be like this weirdo that just is always I'm like, oh, and what about this? And what is this? And why? And it all started by me asking, like, what do you mean about the defendants? Like, why are you defending ants? Like, and it all started with just that question. And it made me understand and love his whole compassion and his passion. And I just love, like, when you can break down a simple thing. It's kind of like my Lara FM. People are like, oh, why Lara FM? I'm like, oh, well, I'm kind of 80s and 90s, and FM radio was very popular and big in then. And I was in a cult. And digging trenches with the radio playing was literally freedom. Like, if we could hear music while we were digging trenches, all of a sudden the digging trenches and the hard work became fun.
Mm-hmm. Became like you would do it to the beat at times.
Totally. Like, no, what was it? What's that song? How can we dance when the kids are tired? You know, like that song.
There was another one.
While our beds are burning.
There was a song by, I think it was Meatloaf playing.
But I would be like, if we don't get these fire breaks done, then our beds are going to be burning. And how are we going to sleep while our beds are burning if these fire breaks are not done?
Right?
The time
this better be white gloved, but we're going to make it to the.
And then what about like Alanis Morissette? Isn't it ironic?
It's like it's all about the money. It's all about the dum dum diddy dum dum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that I'm like,
oh my god, there's so much. There's so much, guys. Okay, well, we're closing it up, guys. We're closing it up soon. So y'all give your hugs and loves to everybody. Question, do you realize, what is this? Do you realize you are heroes for speaking truth to power? Do you realize that, Liz?
I don't see myself as a hero, but
I don't either.
I see myself as standing up for myself.
Yes, me too. Same. I love that. What's this? This was a question in Nora's chat. Has anyone reported Church of Scientology to Amnesty International? I've never even heard of that, honestly.
So that's more of the legal side for bringing in people.
Okay.
You have to, in order for Amnesty, you have to know their name, their exact name at that very moment. Otherwise, it doesn't work. So let's say that I knew someone when I was in, because trust me, I tried to call it on my dad. I even tried to, use his Irishness. And yeah, there's so many specifics that if they got married, it doesn't count. So.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to put that up. Midnight Oil. L. Ron Hubbard can't save our lives. So they were saying there's a song, Midnight Oil sings this song that's like, I mean, they sing a lot of cool songs, but one song on one of their albums in one of their lyrics was like, L. Ron Hubbard can't save our lives. And they're like, no more Midnight Oil. Get rid of Midnight Oil.
Nice. Oh God. It was written in my English book, my English 1A for college. If you want to make money, you start a religion by L. Ron Hubbard. And I was like, this book is out of ethics. 1A book, English 1A.
Yeah. This is, what did he say? Other fish to fry. This is out of valence. Mama, too, big hugs to you.
I was such a Scientologist. I had to walk out of Bedazzled because that was atrocious. How dare you do that? Compare Scientology to that. Yeah. And now I'm kind of glad that I'm awake.
Yeah. I was saying with the Father's Day thing, there was a point in my chat where I was like saying, like, the more I'm learning to be more loving for the things that I love, Liz, I love you more today than I've ever loved you. You know what I mean? Because my heart has learned to love and be so much bigger because it was so squished.
I love myself.
That's what I was saying. I was like, I've learned to love myself more. So I'm like wondering if my dad even loves me as much as I even love myself.
Right? I have thought about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Parents are supposed to love you more.
Yeah.
But
so
if you get face to face and they don't love you as much, it's okay.
It's so awkward. It's so awkward. It's like, oh my God, what was I doing this whole time?
Right?
It's fucking wild. All right. All right, my little chicken boom booms. I love you all, guys, girls, ladies, gents. Freaking, aw, love you, love you, love you. Look, I had, excuse me, LVC. Oh, sorry. LVC Smoke, where's your goldenrod shirt? I have a custom made by the one and only All Love Juice. Okay. Gourmet, really soft, amazing yarn. This feels so soft. I feel like a queen. I'm not gonna lie. At least a princess.
I really like it when it's over your
okay.
When you wear it like on your hair too.
Should we end it with this? All right, guys. If you guys want merch or anything special or whatever, just email me, Laura FM Music. I love you all so much. Mandy, I love you so much. Thank you for being here always. Thank you for, there you go. Email me. If you want to buy any merch, just email me and just know you'll get it within the month. It's a true fact. It's a true statement. I only can give you the truth. I can get it to you within the month. Okay?
Hey, at least it's within the 30 days. You're good. 30-day window.
Thank you. Thank you, Liz. Okay, Liz, should we go into the TV? Should we hide away from the world and go into the TV? Are you going to squish in here with me?
Oh, wrong side.
Yeah.
There we go.
More. Okay, guys, we love you so much. We'll see you soon. Be peaceful,
Absolutely.
loving, and sweet. And go support the SPTV Foundation. Go support the SPTV Foundation. I need to get that in my little memos too. All right, my sugar buns, sugar bum boom booms.
Sugar bum boom.